16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Run it back. Run it back. Told him put the money.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, is being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. There's Chris Olave. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
22 needle. 560.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Cook. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Okay. Now a 2nd and 6.
Right, 97, trail green.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He completes it to Olave. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Cook is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. You think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
The kick by Lutz is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Cowboys at 13-1 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Here we go, 46.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Isaiah Foskey brings him down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Then we're going to 53. Hey, kill.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1.
On the ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
The slot man in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw him coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's got his target. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They try again with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go, Zach.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
So it looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Hey, kill.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. That is caught. Schoonmaker. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Prescott. Got a man. That's Ayuk. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
To the air again, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will in fact hold on to the football. Now the try here for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Second and 5.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Down.
2nd and 5.
Fight, quick. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Prescott now. That's over the middle to Schoonmaker. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshow. He's to the 15. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Davis now to return it. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And you know, sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
Throwing, Prescott. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allowed a conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Kill.
Prescott yet again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On third down, it's Prescott. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Fight, 97. Ready?
They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
To throw is Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Prescott. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Ready?
They'll drop to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
35. Saints 10.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
First down, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A second down throw for Prescott. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards for number 11. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. A CD that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Pete Werner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Off the play fake, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Come on, Saints.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
77 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming.